Welcome back, Lincoln Currency. Imagine holding a small copper-colored coin in your hand, no larger than the tip of your thumb, yet inside this tiny circle of metal lies a story of history, art, mystery, and unimaginable value. The 1 USA cent coin from the year 2000 may seem ordinary to many people, a coin tossed in change or forgotten in drawers, but behind its modest design hides a world of collectors, hidden varieties, minting secrets, and the astonishing possibility that a single cent could be worth up to $76 million. Yes, you've heard that right. $76 million for a coin that once bought nothing more than a piece of candy. How can something so common become so rare, and why do collectors across the globe search for it like treasure hunters chasing gold? Let's go deep into the heart of this legendary coin, the 2000 Lincoln cent, and uncover how a small copper-plated disc could hold the key to incredible fortune. The story begins at the turn of the millennium, a symbolic year filled with anticipation, technology, and the dawn of a new era. In 2000, the United States Mint continued the long tradition of producing the Lincoln cent, a coin that had already seen nearly a century of history since its first introduction in 1909. This was not just any coin. It carried the proud face of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose image had come to represent not only freedom and unity but also endurance through the changing tides of time. The Lincoln cent had evolved in composition and appearance through decades of wars, economic shifts, and modernization, but its soul remained the same, a symbol of the American spirit, minted into every tiny copper coin that passed from hand to hand. In 2000, the Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins at several locations across the nation, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins bore no mint mark, the Denver coins carried the iconic D, and the San Francisco coins were reserved for special proof sets, marked with an elegant S. Each of these small letters carried its own story, its own level of rarity, and its own appeal to collectors. But among these billions of coins, a few were different. A few carried errors, imperfections, or hidden details that would later make them worth thousands, even millions. These varieties are the hidden jewels in the world of numismatics, coins that escape the mint with tiny differences invisible to the casual eye but glaring to the trained observer. Let's look closely at the design of the 2000 Lincoln cent, a masterpiece that combines simplicity and symbolism. On the obverse side or the front, you find the profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner. The fine details of Lincoln's hair, his thoughtful gaze, and his well-defined collar are more than just an image. They're a tribute to leadership, wisdom, and sacrifice. Above his head, the phrase, "In God we trust," arches proudly, representing faith and unity. To the left, the word, liberty, reminds every holder of the coin of the value that America places on freedom. To the right, the date, 2000, stands as a timestamp of a new millennium, marking an era of technological revolution and optimism. Some coins even reveal faint doubling on the numbers or letters, a small error in minting that can increase the coin's value exponentially. Turning the coin over, the reverse side displays the Lincoln Memorial, a monument that mirrors the respect the nation holds for its leader. This design, introduced in 1959, replaced the earlier wheat ears reverse and became one of the most iconic coin images in American history. Beneath the grand structure, hidden between the columns, lies a tiny yet powerful detail, the engraved statue of Lincoln himself. Many people never notice it, but once you do, you realize how much artistry went into creating even the smallest parts of the design. The words, "United States of America," curve across the top. "E pluribus unum," rests beneath it, meaning, "out of many one," and 1 cent boldly claims the value at the bottom. But as you'll soon discover, the value printed on the coin isn't always the value it holds. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2000 1-cent coin truly special. It's not just its design or its symbolism, it's the material it's made from, the minting errors it carries, and the stories of collectors who have paid extraordinary sums to own one. By the year 2000, the composition of the penny had long changed from the original bronze alloy. Since 1982, U.S. 1-cent coins have been made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, giving them that familiar reddish tone but with a completely different internal structure. The coin weighs just 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, with a smooth edge and a delicate shine when new. Yet even with such humble materials, the value of a coin can rise beyond comprehension if it carries something unique, a minting error, a rare strike, or a perfect grade. The year 2000 wasn't just a date stamped on a coin. It was a moment in history when the world stood at the edge of change. The digital age had arrived, the internet was transforming life, and everything seemed new, futuristic, and unstoppable. Yet, in that same year, the United States Mint quietly struck billions of small, copper-colored coins bearing the image of a man from the 19th century. It was as if history refused to be forgotten. The 1-cent coin from 2000 became a bridge between centuries, a piece of the past walking hand in hand with the future. And somewhere among those billions, a few pieces emerged that defied all logic, transforming into treasures worth more than mansions, more than gold bars, more than most people could earn in a lifetime. Imagine the machinery of the mint, the thunderous rhythm of presses stamping metal blanks with astonishing precision. Each blank, called a planchet, was a small circle of zinc coated with copper, fed into the dies at lightning speed. Thousands of coins were produced every minute. The air smelled faintly of metal and oil. Sparks of heat and noise filled the factory floor. Yet, in that dance of mechanics and precision, perfection is never absolute. A small shift in alignment, a double strike, a crack in a die, these microscopic flaws become legends later. It's strange how mistakes create miracles in the coin world. The 2000 penny, with its hidden errors and rare strikes, is a perfect example. Among the collector's favorites are the double die obverse varieties, where the design is struck twice slightly out of sync, creating that haunting shadow effect on the letters or numbers. For example, some 2000 pennies show a clear doubling in the word, Liberty, or on Lincoln's eye, giving the illusion of motion frozen in metal. The effect is so subtle yet so mesmerizing that under magnification it looks like Lincoln himself is shifting through time, one foot in the 1900s, the other stepping into the 2000s. Such coins are more than currency, they're frozen mechanical poetry. Then there are off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned and part of the blank remains untouched. These errors, while visually dramatic, carry incredible appeal. A 2000 penny that's 10%, 25%, or even 50% off-center could fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on condition. Imagine a coin where half of Lincoln's face is visible while the other half fades into blank copper, a mistake that turned into art, a one-of-a-kind creation from a momentary slip in the machinery of the mint. The Denver Mint in particular produced several varieties that have drawn the attention of numismatists worldwide. The 2000 Lincoln cent, while common in circulation, has yielded a few rare examples with die cracks, lamination errors, and even broad strikes where the rim expands beyond normal boundaries. Some of these coins look like they were stretched, melted, or slightly warped, fascinating deformities that tell stories of immense pressure and imperfection. For the average person, they're odd. For the collector, they're priceless. But let's go deeper into the heart of what truly gives the 2000 penny its allure: grading. In the world of coins, condition is everything. A single scratch, a tiny nick, or a slight discoloration can mean the difference between 1 cent and $1,000. That's why coins are professionally graded by agencies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations examine every microscopic detail: the sharpness of the strike, the presence of marks, the brilliance of the luster, and assign a grade on a scale from 1 to 70. A grade of 70 means perfection, a coin so flawless it seems untouched by human hands. Now imagine a 2000 penny graded as MS70, mint state 70, with mirror-like surfaces and not a single blemish. That alone can make collectors fight tooth and nail to possess it. The higher the grade, the higher the value, and when you add rarity or error on top of that, the prices explode. Some MS70 examples of the 2000s proof penny have already sold for thousands of dollars. But the true legends are those unique one-of-a-kind specimens, coins that combine perfect condition with impossible rarity. Those are the coins that climb into the millions, the ones whispered about in collector circles, the ones that make the world pause in disbelief when they appear at auction. And speaking of auctions, picture the atmosphere of one. The air is heavy with tension. Collectors, investors, and historians fill the room. Each one holds a paddle, waiting for the number that could change everything. The auctioneer holds up a small, unassuming coin, a 2000 Lincoln cent, glimmering under the spotlight. On the screen behind him, images zoom in on the coin's surface, revealing perfect details, flawless strikes, and perhaps a faint, mysterious doubling on the date. The bidding starts modestly. 10,000. 20,000. 50. Voices rise, numbers jump, the crowd stirs. Cameras flash. Within minutes, the price has climbed past $1 million. The energy in the room is electric, not because of the coin's size, but because of what it represents, the intersection of art, history, and chance. When the hammer finally falls at $76 million, the room erupts into applause and disbelief. A coin once worth a penny has become one of the most valuable artifacts on Earth. But how does this happen? How does a tiny coin achieve a value higher than a Picasso painting or a bar of gold the size of your hand? The answer lies in the psychology of collectors. Human beings are drawn to rarity, to stories, to the idea of owning something no one else has. The 2000 penny embodies that perfectly. It's familiar yet mysterious, ordinary yet extraordinary. People want to hold history. They want to capture perfection. They want to possess the impossible. And when that desire meets a coin that fulfills it, value becomes irrelevant. Price becomes an expression of passion. You can replace this text with any text you wish. You can either write in this text box or paste your own text here. Try different languages and voices. Change the speed and the pitch of the voice. You can even tweak the SSML, speech synthesis markup language, to control how the different sections of the text sound. Click on SSML above to give it a try. Enjoy using text-to-speech. The deeper you dive into the story of the 2000 Lincoln cent, the more you realize it's not just a piece of money, it's a puzzle. Every small marking, every faint imperfection, every shimmer of copper holds a secret waiting to be uncovered. Somewhere within those billions of coins minted in the year 2000 lies the one that has become the legend, the coin that defied logic, transcended its 1-cent identity, and became one of the most valuable treasures in American numismatic history. But how did a coin that once jingled in pockets and rolled across countertops come to be worth $76 million? The answer lies in a blend of science, artistry, and mystery. To truly appreciate the magnitude of that transformation, one must first understand the way the U.S. Mint operates, a world where precision meets perfection. Inside the massive facilities of Philadelphia and Denver, machines roar to life every morning, striking tens of thousands of coins per hour. Molten metal is poured, cooled, rolled into sheets, and punched into small discs called blanks. Each blank is washed, polished, and carefully fed into the coining presses. With immense pressure, nearly 60 tons per strike, the dies imprint Lincoln's portrait on one side and the Lincoln Memorial on the other. Each sound of the machine marks another coin being born, another penny entering circulation, another tiny piece of America taking shape. Yet, within that vast and disciplined system, human and mechanical imperfection occasionally collide to create something extraordinary. A coin struck slightly off-center, a doubled image caused by a misaligned die, a faint crack running through Lincoln's face. These are not just flaws, they're anomalies, and anomalies are what collectors live for. Every error transforms the ordinary into the remarkable, and every remarkable coin becomes the center of a story that collectors will chase for decades. One of the most fascinating features to look for in the 2000 Lincoln cent is what experts call the wide AM reverse. This variety is subtle, easy to overlook, and yet, for those who know where to look, it represents one of the most exciting discoveries in modern coinage. Normally, on pennies struck between 1994 and 2008, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse are close together, almost touching. However, on a few coins from the year 2000, the A and M are spaced farther apart, creating what is known as the wide AM variety. This happened because a proof die was mistakenly used to strike regular circulation coins. The difference is minute, but to the trained eye, it's a beacon of rarity. A 2000 wide AM penny in mint condition can easily sell for thousands of dollars, and that's just for a variety visible only under magnification. But imagine, just imagine, if one of those wide AM coins were also struck with another rare error, a doubled die, a rotated reverse, or even a wrong planchet strike. The combination of such features could make that coin not only one of a kind but also priceless. That's how legends like the $76 million penny are born, from the union of chance, error, and perfection. Collectors often say that coins are like fingerprints of time. No two are ever exactly alike. The 2000 penny is a perfect reflection of that idea. Each coin carries the faint marks of its creation, the microscopic scratches, the tiny ripples of metal, the slightly uneven surfaces that tell its individual story. Some pennies were struck with more pressure, giving them bold, deep details. Others received lighter strikes, leaving soft, ghost-like impressions. Some were minted early in the die's life, crisp and sharp. Others were born as the die wore down, their details fading and smoothing. All of these nuances affect the coin's beauty and value. To the average person, these details are invisible. But to numismatists, the coin scientists, every curve and edge is a world of discovery. Under powerful magnification, they examine the exact shapes of letters, the thickness of lines, the shine of the fields, and the microscopic flow lines that reveal how metal moved during the strike. A coin may look simple, but under the microscope, it becomes a landscape of mountains and valleys, a terrain forged in steel and copper. Now, consider the emotional power of that. A small, almost invisible error transforms a penny into a miracle. Something that once passed through vending machines or lay forgotten in jars suddenly becomes an object of fascination and value. That's what happened with several of the most famous pennies in history, like the 1943 copper penny, the 1955 doubled die, and the 1992 close AM. Each of these coins began as ordinary cents, but one tiny detail, one moment of imperfection, changed their destiny forever. The 2000 penny now carries that same legacy, that same thrilling possibility of being one of those miracles. Let's talk about the physical beauty of the coin for a moment. The way light dances across a freshly minted 2000 penny is hypnotic. The copper plating gleams with a reddish glow, reflecting warmth and energy. When you tilt it, you see the shimmer change, a subtle play of shadows over Lincoln's face, the tiny letters, and the delicate steps of the memorial. Over time, the surface may darken, turning from red to brown to almost black, but that aging process only adds to its story. Some collectors prefer bright, untouched coins, the kind that look like they were minted yesterday. Others love the natural patina of an aged penny, with tones of gold, violet, and blue swirling under the light. These rainbow-toned coins are nature's accidental art, created by years of exposure to air and moisture. Each one is different, each one a masterpiece of time. When people hear that a penny from the year 2000 could be worth $76 million, they often laugh in disbelief. How can something so small, so common, be worth more than luxury cars or private islands? But history has shown that when rarity and demand collide, logic goes out the window. In 2021, a single 1933 double eagle sold for over $18 million. That coin was once illegal to own, and yet collectors fought for it like a relic of royalty. Similarly, if a 2000 penny appeared tomorrow with a combination of impossible features, a proof strike, a wrong planchet, a wide AM, a perfect grade, it would instantly become one of the most valuable coins on earth. Behind that astronomical price tag lies something deeper, the story of human desire. The drive to collect, to preserve, to find meaning in the smallest things. Every rare coin is a reminder that beauty and value can hide in plain sight. It's also a reminder that luck favors those who look closely. Because anyone, yes anyone, could be the one to find the next $1 million penny. Imagine the scene. Someone opens an old jar of coins inherited from their grandparents. They pour the pennies out, hundreds of them clinking together. They start sorting, cleaning, examining. Most are ordinary, but one stands out. Its surface glows differently. The letters look slightly off. The spacing between the A and M catches the eye. They grab a magnifier, then take a photo and share it online. Experts respond, confirming what few ever find: a genuine 2000 wide AM, uncirculated, flawless. Days later, the coin is shipped to PCGS for grading. Weeks pass. Then, the results arrive. MS70, wide AM variety. The news spreads. Offers flood in. The coin goes to auction, and before the world knows it, that tiny penny becomes a legend. What makes that story so powerful is its accessibility. You don't have to be rich to find such a coin. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to look, to notice what others miss. That's the romantic side of numismatics, the treasure hunt that never ends. Every pocket of spare change becomes a map. Every handful of coins becomes a chance to uncover history. The value of the 2000 penny isn't just in its potential monetary worth. It's in what it symbolizes. It's about transformation, the idea that something small, humble, and overlooked can become priceless. It's a metaphor for life itself. Every coin begins the same way, but what happens after, where it travels, how it's used, how it's treated, shapes its destiny. Some are lost, some are forgotten, and some by pure. The journey of the 2000 Lincoln cent does not end with minting, grading, or even auction rooms. In fact, that is just where its story begins. What makes this coin so captivating is the invisible thread it weaves through history, connecting generations, technologies, and the lives of countless ordinary people. Each 1-cent coin carries the quiet weight of human experience, and the 2000 penny stands as the epitome of this journey. A coin that may have been spent on a loaf of bread or saved in a jar, but also has the potential to rewrite what we understand about value and rarity. Imagine a 2000 penny dropped on a bustling city street. It rolls across concrete, unseen, unclaimed. People step around it, their lives momentarily intersecting with the coin's path. The city, alive with traffic, voices, and ambition, offers no recognition of the coin's potential. But in that moment, the penny is a silent witness to the world, a snapshot of urban life frozen in copper and zinc. Years later, it may resurface, found in a sidewalk crack or hidden in a forgotten drawer. A casual glance from someone unaware of its history could unlock a fortune, transforming a mundane moment into a historic event. This is the invisible power of coins. They carry stories that are often overlooked. A 2000 penny could have traveled through dozens of hands, each one leaving its mark. The subtle scratches, slight discoloration, or natural toning are records of time itself. A coin isn't just a metal disc, it is a living archive, holding a history of commerce, culture, and human connection. Every tiny imperfection becomes a testament to its journey, and in the case of rare varieties or errors, these imperfections become symbols of extraordinary uniqueness. Collectors who understand this see the 2000 penny as much more than currency. They see it as a challenge, a puzzle, and a source of endless fascination. Some have spent decades hunting for the elusive wide AM or the faintly doubled die. Others obsess over tonal qualities, scanning coins under magnification to discern subtle differences invisible to the naked eye. Each discovery is thrilling, but the ultimate prize, a coin that combines rarity, condition, and historical significance, represents a near mythical achievement. A coin with those qualities doesn't just have monetary value, it carries prestige, authority, and a connection to a larger narrative of human ingenuity and chance. The physics and chemistry behind the coin's composition are equally fascinating. A 2000 penny is primarily zinc with a thin copper plating, yet it reacts over time in ways that give each coin its personality. Some develop the warm, reddish hue known as RD4 red, while others turn brown or even green due to oxidation. These transformations are subtle, yet they are what separate ordinary circulated coins from collectible treasures. Tonal variation is not random, it's influenced by air, humidity, handling, and storage conditions. Each penny ages differently, and collectors prize coins that have maintained their original luster, or, in some cases, develop natural, aesthetically pleasing toning. There's also an artistic side to consider. The design of Lincoln's portrait, the careful lettering of Liberty, the precise curve of In God We Trust, all show extraordinary attention to detail. Victor David Brenner's work on the obverse side is meticulous, with every line, shadow, and angle carefully crafted to convey dignity, strength, and humanity. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial is represented in miniature perfection. Columns, steps, and even the tiny seated figure of Lincoln within the memorial are all captured with remarkable precision. A coin may weigh only 2.5 grams, but it embodies centuries of artistic and cultural evolution. It's worth reflecting on the sheer scale of production in the year 2000. Millions of pennies were minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most went directly into circulation, destined to buy gum, postage, or simply be collected in jars and drawers. Yet, hidden among these ordinary coins were extraordinary anomalies. A misaligned die here, a doubled die there, a proof strike on a regular planchet. These imperfections occurred due to minuscule mechanical and human errors, and it is these anomalies that fueled the legend of the 2000 penny. Collectors know that while the probability of finding such a coin is low, the potential reward is limitless. The 2000 penny also represents a turning point in minting technology. By the late 20th century, computer-controlled engraving and die production had revolutionized coin manufacturing. Dies were now created using highly precise digital models, reducing errors but never eliminating them entirely. Even in a system of immense precision, imperfections appear. They are often subtle: a slight doubling of a letter, a faint die crack, a misaligned mint mark. And when such an error appears, the world of collectors responds with near-obsessive attention. Some coins are purchased for mere hundreds of dollars, while others, the rarest, achieve 6, 7, or even 8-figure valuations. Consider the psychology behind this. Humans are drawn to rarity because it represents possibility. A single coin could be the one in a million that has escaped perfection by chance alone. It could be the coin that transforms an ordinary collection into a historic archive. This is why collectors sort through thousands of coins, examining each under magnification, tracking die varieties, noting subtle anomalies. Every scratch, every doubling, every tonal variation is a clue, a piece of a puzzle, and the pursuit becomes almost a form of storytelling, a way to connect with history in the tactile, physical world. The 2000 penny also reflects the cultural resonance of the Lincoln design. Abraham Lincoln, etched forever into metal, represents more than historical leadership. He embodies resilience, integrity, and a vision of unity. That image, so small yet so powerful, conveys a message across generations. A child in 2000 might have placed one of these pennies into a piggy bank without understanding its significance. Decades later, that same coin could be discovered to carry a minting anomaly that elevates it into legend. The coin itself becomes a bridge across time, linking innocence, history, and fortune in one small copper disc. The rarity of certain 2000 penny varieties is mind-boggling. While billions of regular pennies exist, only a handful of wide AM varieties, proof strikes, or double die errors have been confirmed in existence. This scarcity drives competition among collectors, as everyone realizes that opportunity is fleeting. Every roll of coins becomes a potential treasure trove. Every jar of pennies is a potential historic find. And that tension, the thrill of discovery, is what makes numismatics more than just a hobby. It is an obsession, a lifelong pursuit. Imagine a collector holding a coin, examining the spacing of letters, tilting it under light to catch faint doubling. Hours pass as they study its details, comparing it with reference materials and images of known errors. They send it to a professional grading service, holding their breath as the results are returned. That moment, the confirmation that the coin is a genuine rarity, is transformative. It is the culmination of patience, knowledge, and luck. And for the right coin, that confirmation could mean a valuation beyond imagination. The story doesn't end with discovery. Provenance becomes crucial, documenting the coin's journey, its ownership, and its certification. The history of a coin adds legitimacy and value. A 2000 penny that has traveled through careful collections, auction houses, and professional grading services becomes a tangible artifact with a verified legacy. Its story is no longer hypothetical, it is recorded, studied, and celebrated. Each owner becomes part of the coin's narrative, a living thread in a chain that stretches across time. Even more fascinating is how these coins inspire imagination. Stories circulate among collectors about the perfect 2000 penny, one that combines a wide AM, a doubled die, a flawless MS-70 grade, and perhaps even an uncirculated proof strike. Such a coin would not only represent rarity but also technical perfection and historical significance. It exists in theory, a kind of numismatic holy grail, driving the passions of collectors worldwide. And it is this very potential, the dream of discovery, that elevates the 2000 penny from common currency to legend. The value of a 2000 penny is therefore multifaceted. It is monetary. The 2000 Lincoln cent is more than a coin. It is a tangible link to the past and a vessel for possibility. Every small detail etched into its surface is a record of human ambition, artistic endeavor, and mechanical precision. To understand its allure, one must consider not just its physical properties but also the journey of discovery that surrounds it. From the moment a coin leaves the mint to the instant it lands in a collector's hands decades later, it travels through countless lives, countless moments, and countless possibilities. Each coin is a silent witness to history, sometimes mundane, sometimes extraordinary. Think about the subtlety of the coin's features. Lincoln's gaze, steady and composed, reflects a dignity that transcends the small scale of the coin. Every hairline in his beard, every crease in his coat, and every shadow across his face was crafted to perfection in the original design. These details, imperceptible to the casual eye, hold the power to distinguish ordinary coins from the rarest specimens. When a double die appears, when a die crack runs through the date, or when an anomaly appears in the spacing of letters, those subtle imperfections transform the coin into something legendary. Collectors do not just see a penny, they see a story, a chance, a miracle waiting to be recognized. The psychological allure of rarity cannot be overstated. A 2000 penny in circulated condition may be worth just 1 cent, yet the tiniest deviation, a wide AM, a faint doubling, an off-center strike, can transform its value exponentially. It's the intersection of probability and desire. The thought that a single coin among billions could hold unmatched worth fuels a nearly obsessive pursuit among collectors. Every bankroll sorted, every jar examined, every magnifying glass scrutinizing the letters and numbers becomes a potential gateway to discovery. It is this thrill, the chase for perfection, that elevates the coin beyond currency. Collectors also obsess over provenance, the documented journey of a coin from mint to market. A coin's story can significantly affect its value. Coins with clear, verified ownership histories, especially those preserved in original mint sets, tend to command higher prices than those of unknown origin. In the case of the 2000 penny, a coin that has traveled through careful hands, been graded professionally, and catalogued meticulously can carry an aura of authenticity that amplifies both its historical and monetary worth. This is particularly true for proof coins, which were produced in limited quantities at the San Francisco Mint, and for era coins that were discovered and documented early. Another fascinating aspect is the sheer luck involved in discovery. For every coin that reaches the $1 million realm, countless others remain hidden, unnoticed in drawers, jars, or old collections. Imagine a 2000 penny sitting for decades in a box of loose change, untouched, waiting for a moment of recognition. The combination of perfect condition, rare variety, and collector awareness might never occur, but when it does, the coin becomes a legend overnight. This sense of chance, the idea that greatness could be hiding in the smallest of places, fuels the numismatic world and makes coins like the 2000 penny endlessly captivating. The material composition also plays a subtle role in the coin's value. While the penny is mostly zinc with a thin copper plating, its physical properties affect toning, luster, and durability. A coin that has retained its original red sheen, referred to as RD, in numismatic grading, is prized over coins that have dulled to brown or developed irregular patinas. Yet even the natural aging of a coin can produce stunning visual effects. Rainbow-toned coins, for example, develop hues of violet, gold, and blue across their surfaces. These tonal effects are not only visually striking but also make each coin unique. Two pennies struck identically in 2000 may look entirely different after years of circulation, creating a vast spectrum of collectible possibilities. Consider the proof coins produced at the San Francisco Mint in 2000. These were struck with multiple impressions on polished planchets to ensure perfect detail. The mirrored surfaces of proof coins create a visual depth that ordinary circulation coins cannot match. Some 2000s proof pennies exhibit cameo contrasts, where Lincoln's portrait appears frosted against a reflective background. Others contain minute imperfections, tiny scratches or spots that inadvertently increase their rarity. Collectors prize these subtle variations, often paying thousands for a single coin that exhibits a unique combination of features. The 2000 penny also has a cultural dimension. It represents a transitional moment in American history, bridging the 20th and 21st centuries. While technology, communication, and society were rapidly evolving around the millennium, the coin remained a constant. Its familiar design provided continuity amidst change, and in this sense, it became a cultural touchstone. People of all ages could recognize Lincoln's face, the Lincoln Memorial, and the inscriptions on the coin, linking generations across decades. To collectors, this continuity enhances the coin's allure, turning it into both a historical artifact and a personal connection to the past. Numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is deeply rooted in human psychology. People are fascinated by objects that combine history, art, and scarcity. The 2000 penny embodies all three. Its design is a work of art. Its production history represents human ingenuity and technological achievement. Its rare varieties and errors introduce scarcity. When these factors converge, the coin transcends its humble origins as a 1-cent piece and becomes an object of near-mythical desire. The potential for astronomical value also adds an almost mystical quality to the coin. A 2000 penny with the right combination of features, perfect condition, wide AM spacing, doubled die, off-center strike, could theoretically reach extreme valuations. The figure of $76 million, while likely symbolic in popular lore, underscores the point: in the world of rare coins, the extraordinary is always possible. Collectors are drawn not only to what exists but also to what might exist. That sense of possibility, the dream that one small coin could hold unimaginable value, drives the enduring fascination with the 2000 penny. The Lincoln cent also serves as an educational tool, teaching collectors about history, art, metallurgy, and economics. By studying the coin, one learns about the life of Abraham Lincoln, the design evolution of U.S. coinage, the mechanics of minting presses, and the chemical properties of metals over time. Collectors become historians, scientists, and artists all at once, examining the coin through multiple lenses. The 2000 penny, in particular, provides a rich case study because it exists at the intersection of traditional design and modern minting techniques, bridging generations of knowledge. Every collector knows the thrill of discovery. Sorting through rolls of coins, examining each under a magnifying glass, and noticing the faintest irregularity can be transformative. One tiny deviation, a letter slightly doubled, a number slightly off-center, can turn a mundane coin into a sensation. The process is meticulous, requiring patience, precision, and a deep understanding of numismatic history. But the reward, when that perfect coin is found, is not just monetary. It is a connection to time, history, and human creativity, captured in copper and zinc. The 2000 penny also highlights the role of grading in establishing value. Coins are not only evaluated for rarity but also for condition. The difference between an MS-65 and an MS-70, a scale that measures perfection, can mean thousands of dollars in valuation. Professional grading services scrutinize every microscopic detail: the strike quality, the surface luster, the presence of hairlines, scratches, or other imperfections. The process ensures authenticity and allows collectors to buy and sell with confidence. In this sense, grading transforms the coin from a small object into a certified artifact of historical and monetary significance. The 2000 Lincoln cent is deceptively simple. At first glance, it is just a small disc of copper-plated zinc, light enough to slip unnoticed between fingers, yet it carries within it layers of complexity, history, and possibility. Every coin has a story, but some stories are hidden in plain sight. Consider a single 2,000 penny lost in circulation, jostled in a pocket, dropped on a counter, or stuck in the crevice of a couch. Its surface bears invisible marks of its journey, micro scratches from friction, faint discoloration from the oils of human hands, tiny variations in color caused by air and light exposure. To a casual observer, these are irrelevant, but to a collector, they are the fingerprint of history, a map of time etched onto metal. Collectors often describe the 2,000 penny as a coin of paradox. It is the most common and the rarest, depending entirely on its condition, die variety, and anomalies. While billions of these pennies were minted for circulation across the United States, the potential for rare errors or perfect specimens is a statistical miracle. Some coins reveal doubled dies, faint, ghost-like shadows of letters or numbers slightly offset from the original design. Others display off-center strikes where part of the design disappears into a blank void, a mechanical misstep turned into accidental art. There are coins with die cracks running through Lincoln's face or even through the date, anomalies that occurred because metal behaves in unpredictable ways under extreme pressure. These minor deviations transform ordinary coins into rare treasures, and for those who recognize them, the thrill is incomparable. The 2,000 penny also occupies a fascinating place in the narrative of American coinage. Its obverse retains the image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, whose legacy of leadership and perseverance resonates across centuries. Lincoln's face, captured with astonishing detail by Victor David Brenner, conveys dignity and determination, every curve of his beard and every crease of his face immortalized in miniature. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial serves not only as an architectural achievement, but also as a symbolic reminder of unity, freedom, and resilience. This duality, past and present, leadership and culture, art and mechanics, makes the 2,000 penny more than currency. It is a bridge between eras, connecting the dawn of the new millennium with the heritage of the 20th century. For collectors, the coin's story extends beyond design to include the nuances of minting and grading. Consider the professional process of grading. A coin is examined under high magnification, scrutinized for strike sharpness, surface luster, hairline scratches, toning, and any signs of wear. Each microscopic detail is assessed to assign a grade between 1 and 70, with MS 70 representing perfection, a coin with flawless surfaces and mirror-like fields. An MS 70 2,000 penny is a rare jewel, sought after not just for its aesthetic perfection but also for its demonstration of what the mint could achieve at the height of technological precision. Errors, however, are where the coin transcends typical value. A double die obverse, for instance, creates a visual echo in the letters of Liberty, or the numerals of 2000. The effect is subtle but dramatic, appearing almost like a vibration frozen in metal. Off-center strikes, where the coin is misaligned during minting, leave part of the blank unstruck, creating a striking, almost surreal visual. Lamination errors, broad strikes, and wrong planchet strikes occur even less frequently, producing coins that are statistical anomalies, mechanical accidents that collectors prize. Each type of error increases rarity exponentially, and when combined with perfect grading, a coin can reach values that defy logic. The physical beauty of the coin also plays a key role. A freshly minted 2,000 penny, with its copper plating still bright and reddish, reflects light in ways that emphasize the depth of Lincoln's portrait and the elegance of the memorial's columns. Over time, circulation or storage can change the surface. Reds fade to browns, surfaces develop toning, or subtle rainbow hues appear. Some collectors prize these natural transformations, the coin as a living artifact, showing evidence of age and history. A perfectly preserved coin, on the other hand, demonstrates technical excellence and untouched beauty. Both types of coins tell stories, just in different languages. The legend of the $76 million penny emerges at the intersection of rarity, condition, and human fascination. While the exact existence of such a coin remains debated among numismatists, the story itself captures the imagination. Consider the possibility: a 2,000 penny, uncirculated, with a wide AM variety, a double die, off-center strike, and flawless MS-70 grading. The odds of such a combination are astronomically low, but that possibility is precisely what fuels the lore. Every collector knows the thrill of thinking, somewhere it exists. Maybe I could find it. Maybe it is out there in a jar, a drawer, or a forgotten collection. The journey of coins through circulation also adds a human dimension. A penny might pass through hundreds of hands before being noticed as rare. Each transaction, a vending machine, a cash register, a tip jar, leaves imperceptible traces on its surface. Over years, exposure to air, temperature changes, and handling subtly changes the coin. These transformations, combined with the original strike quality and any anomalies, create a unique artifact. In this way, each penny is both common and one of a kind, a paradox that defines numismatic intrigue. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint add yet another layer of fascination. These coins are struck with multiple impressions on polished planchets, producing mirrored surfaces and sharp details. Some proof pennies display cameo contrasts, with Lincoln's portrait frosted against a reflective background. Minor imperfections in proof strikes, tiny scratches, spots, or slightly incomplete strikes, often increase a coin's desirability because they introduce variation into what is otherwise a highly controlled production process. Collectors track these subtle distinctions obsessively, and the rarest combinations of errors and proofing can lead to extreme valuations. The cultural resonance of Lincoln adds symbolic weight to the coin's significance. Abraham Lincoln represents resilience, integrity, and vision, qualities that transcend time. A 2,000 penny carrying his image is more than just metal, it is a connection to ideals, a reminder of leadership and perseverance in the face of adversity. Collectors feel a profound connection to history when holding these coins, imagining the hands that first carried them and the lives they touched over the years. Each coin becomes a miniature time capsule, preserving not just a design but a legacy. Rarity, condition, and symbolism converge to create an almost mythical narrative around certain 2,000 pennies. Whether it is a wide AM error, a double die, or an off-center strike, these anomalies represent moments when perfection was interrupted, by chance, by mechanics, or by human oversight. The resulting coins are statistical miracles, incredibly rare and endlessly fascinating. Collectors chase them not just for potential financial gain but for the thrill of discovery and the satisfaction of possessing something that transcends ordinary experience. Grading plays a critical role in establishing the market for these coins. Professional services assess coins with exacting standards, providing verification that increases confidence among buyers and sellers. The difference between grades is not just numerical, it represents a tangible assessment of quality and preservation. An MS-70 coin, for instance, demonstrates perfection and mirror-like surfaces, and even the most subtle anomaly can dramatically affect valuation. Coins with certified grades achieve higher auction prices because they carry a guarantee of authenticity and quality, providing collectors with assurance that they are investing in something genuine and historically significant. Even beyond monetary value, the 2,000 penny teaches lessons about observation, patience, and human curiosity. Collectors must develop keen attention to detail, understanding the intricacies of minting, the nuances of metal behavior, and the historical context of each coin. The pursuit of rare pennies becomes a study in probability, artistry, and history, a blend of science and imagination. Each discovery is a triumph of perception and persistence, a reminder that remarkable things often hide within the mundane. The story of the 2,000 Lincoln cent deepens when you consider the interplay of rarity, production, and human fascination. Every penny carries a legacy of countless decisions: the original design, the metallurgy, the strike pressure, the care with which it was handled, and the randomness of circulation. These factors combine to produce a staggering spectrum of possibilities. For every ordinary coin, there exists the chance, however small, that a unique anomaly will emerge, a detail so subtle yet so rare that it transforms the coin into a treasure. This interplay of predictability and chance is what numismatists live for, and what gives the 2,000 penny its almost mythical status. One of the most coveted aspects of the 2,000 penny is the wide AM variety. On these coins, the space between the letters A and M in America is noticeably broader than normal. This anomaly occurred when a proof die, intended for a small batch of collector coins, was mistakenly used in regular circulation. The result is almost imperceptible to the untrained eye but immediately recognizable to seasoned collectors. This small difference elevates the coin from ordinary to extraordinary, a reminder that minute deviations can carry immense significance. Yet the wide AM is only the beginning. Some 2,000 pennies exhibit doubled dies, subtle duplications of design elements caused by a slight misalignment during die preparation. On a close inspection, letters or numbers appear slightly offset, creating an echo-like effect. These doubled dies are rare, and when combined with wide AM characteristics, a coin becomes exceptionally valuable. The thrill for collectors lies in identifying these anomalies, each of which represents a moment when human precision and mechanical processes collided imperfectly, producing a serendipitous result. Beyond mechanical anomalies, the coin's surface condition is critical. A 2,000 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition with full red color, known as RD, can command far higher prices than circulated coins. Over time, pennies exposed to air, moisture, and handling develop natural toning, changing from bright red to brown or even greenish hues. Some collectors prize rainbow-toned coins for their unique visual appeal, while others seek coins that maintain their original luster. In either case, the subtle variations in surface quality reflect the coin's journey through time and environment, and they play a decisive role in valuation. The production process itself is a marvel of precision. At the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, pennies are struck under immense pressure, nearly 60 tons per strike. Molten metal is cooled, rolled into sheets, punched into blanks, and polished before each strike. Even with advanced machinery, minor deviations occur. Dies where over time, planchets may be slightly off, and accidental misalignments create the anomalies collectors prize. Each coin is the product of countless human and mechanical interactions, a blend of design intent and chance. The cultural significance of Lincoln adds a layer of meaning to the coin. Abraham Lincoln represents honesty, perseverance, and vision, qualities that resonate beyond politics or history. His visage on a small penny serves as a reminder of ideals that endure across centuries. For collectors, holding a 2,000 penny is not merely an exercise in valuation, it is an encounter with history itself. It is a tangible connection to a figure whose influence shaped the nation, captured in miniature yet timeless form. Collectors often describe an almost meditative experience in examining coins. They peer under magnification, tilting the coin to catch light in subtle ways, noting the depth of the strike, the flow of metal, and the tiniest imperfections. Each observation is a clue, a puzzle piece. The search for rare varieties like wide AM or doubled dies requires patience, knowledge, and keen observation. It is a pursuit where skill and luck intertwine, and the rewards, both intellectual and material, can be extraordinary. Imagine the journey of a 2,000 penny from production to potential legendary status. Minted in Philadelphia or Denver, it is released into circulation, exchanged for groceries, bus fare, or a small treat. Some coins end up in jars or drawers, forgotten for years. In the hands of a collector, the coin is scrutinized, cleaned, and graded. Professional services assign it a certification that authenticates its features and condition. If it possesses a rare anomaly, its value skyrockets. The process transforms a humble coin into a collectible artifact with historical and financial significance. The emotional connection to the coin is profound. Collectors speak of touching history when holding a rare penny. The 2,000 penny, in particular, evokes nostalgia for the turn of the millennium, an era of change, hope, and anticipation. It is a symbol of continuity, a familiar design enduring through decades of technological and societal shifts. To hold a perfect specimen is to experience a connection to the past while imagining the future, a bridge across time that few objects can provide. The financial aspect is equally compelling. While ordinary pennies are almost worthless individually, rare examples of the 2,000 penny can reach astronomical values. The legend of the $76 million penny captures the imagination precisely because it illustrates the extremes of numismatic fascination. It is a symbol of possibility, that even something common can, under the right circumstances, become priceless. This narrative drives collectors to explore, investigate, and obsessively examine every detail of coins, searching for the next extraordinary find. Errors, in particular, elevate the coin's status. Off-center strikes, die cracks, wrong planchets, and doubled dies represent moments when the perfect system of minting faltered. These anomalies are statistical outliers, improbable events that create rarity. The combination of such errors with perfect grading and desirable varieties can lead to valuations that defy conventional logic. For collectors, discovering such a coin is akin to finding a needle in a haystack, a moment of triumph that validates years of meticulous attention and study. The tactile qualities of the penny also contribute to its allure. Weighing just 2.5 grams, it fits easily in the hand, yet its surface tells a story. Subtle ridges along the edges, faint impressions of the die, and the smoothness or roughness of the fields all convey information about its production and circulation. These tactile features, often invisible to the naked eye, are scrutinized under magnification to determine authenticity, grading, and rarity. Each penny becomes a microcosm of human craft and natural processes. Consider, too, the historical significance of minting anomalies. The wide AM variety, for example, represents a moment when a proof die was accidentally used in circulation. Such errors are rare, but they reflect the human and mechanical complexities of coin production. A single misstep can elevate a coin from ordinary to legendary. Collectors treasure these moments because they represent imperfection in a system designed for perfection, a reminder that even in highly controlled processes, chance and variability can produce extraordinary outcomes. The 2000 penny also serves as a lens through which to understand broader cultural and economic trends. Its mass production reflects the scale of modern industry, while its collectible variations illustrate the human desire to seek meaning and value in small objects. It embodies both the ordinariness of everyday life and the extraordinary potential for discovery. The coin becomes a bridge between mundane experience and elevated aspiration, a symbol of the tension between commonality and uniqueness. Grading, certification, and auction history further shape the coin's narrative. Coins authenticated by professional services gain credibility and visibility, often commanding higher prices at auction. Documented provenance adds another layer of historical context, tracing the coin's journey from mint to market to collector. In the case of rare 2000 pennies, these factors can transform a small coin into a cultural artifact, a testament to both human craft and the serendipity of discovery. Ultimately, the 2000 Lincoln cent exemplifies the intersection of art, history, and chance. Its design captures the dignity of a revered president and the elegance of a national monument. Its production reflects the precision and complexity of modern minting technology. Its anomalies, errors, and tonal variations highlight the unpredictability inherent in any human endeavor. And its potential value, whether modest or legendary, demonstrates the extraordinary power of rarity and perception. Collectors, historians, and casual enthusiasts alike are drawn to the coin because it embodies possibility. Every 2000 penny holds the potential for discovery, the chance to connect with history, and the opportunity to possess something extraordinary. Whether it resides in a piggy bank, a jar, or a high-security vault, it carries stories, experiences, and potential that transcend its modest denomination. It is a testament to human curiosity, patience, and the timeless allure of the unknown. The 2000 Lincoln cent stands as a paradox of familiarity and wonder. To millions, it is just a 1-cent coin, common and ordinary. Yet for those who look closely, study meticulously, and understand the subtle intricacies of numismatics, it holds the potential to become legendary. Each coin carries an invisible history, of the mint, of the machinery, of human hands that handled it, and of the countless moments it passed through society. To grasp the significance of a 2000 penny is to acknowledge the confluence of art, technology, chance, and human desire. Imagine a coin freshly struck in the Philadelphia Mint at the dawn of 2000. Hot metal, precisely mixed, is rolled into sheets, punched into blanks, polished, and fed into a coining press. With immense pressure, Lincoln's profile and the Lincoln Memorial are etched into the coin. The process repeats tens of thousands of times, producing millions of pennies. In the system's precision, anomalies are rare, but not impossible. A die misalignment, a subtle doubling, a proof die used in circulation, these minute deviations create the foundation for some of the rarest coins in the world. Collectors obsess over these details. The wide AM variety, for example, is barely noticeable to the casual eye. It requires training, magnification, and careful comparison to spot the wider spacing between the letters A and M on the reverse. Yet this small difference can transform a coin's value from a mere cent to thousands of dollars. When combined with other anomalies, doubled dies, off-center strikes, lamination errors, the coin's rarity and allure multiply exponentially. This is why collectors sort through countless rolls, jars, and batches of coins, hoping to uncover the exceptional among the ordinary. The tactile and visual qualities of the coin are equally captivating. A perfect 2000 penny in mint state reflects light with a soft reddish glow, the copper plating catching the eye and emphasizing the depth of Lincoln's portrait. Over time, exposure to air and handling changes the coin's surface, darkening it, creating natural toning, or even subtle rainbow hues. Collectors prize coins for different qualities. Some seek pristine reds untouched by circulation, while others admire the nuanced patterns of natural toning, viewing each as a unique artifact shaped by time and environment. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint add another layer of fascination. Struck on polished planchets with multiple impressions, they exhibit mirror-like surfaces and exquisite detail. Some display cameo contrasts, where Lincoln's profile appears frosted against a reflective field. Even the slightest imperfection in a proof strike, a tiny hairline, a minute spot, or a slight incomplete strike, enhances the coin's rarity. These nuances transform the coin into more than currency. They elevate it into a collectible work of art. The emotional connection between collectors and the 2000 penny is profound. Holding a rare coin is like holding history in your hands. It evokes curiosity, wonder, and reverence. The Lincoln cent, in particular, carries symbolic weight. Abraham Lincoln represents perseverance, integrity, and vision. A coin minted in his likeness is more than metal, it is a vessel of ideals, connecting past, present, and future. For collectors, the 2000 penny becomes a tactile link to history, a reminder that even the smallest objects can embody enduring values. Rarity amplifies the story. The legend of the $76 million penny is fueled by the improbable convergence of anomalies, perfect grading, and pristine condition. While such a coin may exist only as a theoretical ideal, the narrative drives collectors to obsess over every roll, to study every detail, and to chase the possibility of discovery. Numismatics is as much about imagination as it is about observation. Each coin carries the potential for greatness, and the possibility that one might possess a coin of unmatched rarity adds immeasurable excitement to the hobby. The production and technological aspects of the penny are also fascinating. By 2000, minting technology had evolved to include highly precise dies, computer-controlled engraving, and mechanized presses. Even with this precision, minor variations occur. Dies wear down over time, planchets may have slight inconsistencies, and human oversight allows the rare error to slip into circulation. These anomalies, while technically mistakes, are celebrated by collectors, transforming accidents into treasures. Consider the journey of a single 2000 penny. Struck at a mint, it enters circulation, exchanged for snacks, bus fares, or pocket change. Some end up forgotten in jars, drawers, or lost among other coins. Decades later, a collector examines it under magnification, notices subtle anomalies, and submits it to a grading service. A certificate returns, MS-70, wide AM, flawless surfaces. Suddenly, an ordinary penny becomes a legend. The process, stretching from creation to potential legendary status, embodies the intersection of chance, human curiosity, and careful observation. Collectors often marvel at the paradox of the penny's value. A coin worth 1 cent in everyday life can, under rare circumstances, reach astronomical prices. This illustrates a broader principle: rarity, perception, and condition can transform the mundane into the extraordinary. It is a lesson in human psychology, in the appreciation of detail, and in the recognition that even the smallest objects can carry immense significance. Numismatics is also a study of the coin's physical characteristics. The 2000 penny weighs just 2.5 grams, yet it carries a universe of information in its minute design details. Every letter, every line, every ridge on its edge provides insight into the production process and potential anomalies. A careful study reveals differences invisible to the naked eye: subtle doubling, faint die cracks, or slight planchet imperfections. Each anomaly tells a story of creation, circulation, and discovery. The coin's historical significance is equally compelling. Lincoln's image on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, evoke ideals of leadership, perseverance, and unity. These designs, unchanged for decades, provide continuity across generations. They remind collectors that even in a rapidly changing world, some things endure. The 2000 penny is a physical manifestation of this continuity, a small, tangible connection to history, art, and national identity. The legend of extreme value, such as the $76 million estimate, is rooted not only in physical rarity but also in human fascination with the improbable. Coins like the 2000 penny illustrate that extraordinary value is not always tied to intrinsic material worth but to perception, scarcity, and narrative. A single anomaly can elevate a common coin to legendary status. This principle drives the obsession of collectors, the thrill of discovery, and the enduring allure of numismatics. Tactile engagement is critical. Collectors study a coin with fingers and magnifying glass, noting subtle ridges, impressions, and textures. Each coin tells a story of its manufacture and circulation. Some reveal evidence of wear, others remain pristine. Minor scratches or toning can either increase or decrease perceived value, depending on rarity and collector preference. This hands-on interaction is part of what makes collecting coins so compelling. It transforms observation into a physical, almost spiritual experience. The journey of the 2000 penny also illustrates broader cultural and economic trends. It reflects industrial precision, advances in minting technology, and the evolution of design aesthetics. Its circulation demonstrates the passage of everyday life, commerce, travel, and human interaction. Its rarity exemplifies human fascination with scarcity, desire, and the pursuit of extraordinary outcomes. Collectors' dedication to finding, preserving, and documenting rare pennies turns a small, mundane object into a significant cultural artifact. Errors, anomalies, and tonal variations converge to make the 2000 penny a living legend. The wide AM, double dies, off-center strikes, and perfect grading are all factors that create scarcity and drive value. Even if the extreme estimates of worth are theoretical, the possibility energizes collectors worldwide. The coin becomes a symbol not only of monetary value but also of human ingenuity, chance, and the enduring allure of the unknown. Ultimately, the 2000 Lincoln cent is a microcosm of human curiosity, patience, and imagination. Its small size belies its importance. Its imperfections create fascination. Its design preserves history. Its rarity fuels obsession. And its potential, whether realized or theoretical, inspires generations of collectors to look more closely, study more carefully, and imagine more boldly. Every 2000 penny holds the possibility of greatness, waiting to be discovered, documented, and celebrated. Imagine the thrill of discovery: a single coin, long forgotten in a dusty drawer or hidden among a jar of loose change, suddenly revealed to be extraordinary. This is the essence of the 2000 Lincoln cent. For every ordinary penny in circulation, there exists the possibility, however remote, that it holds an anomaly, a subtle error, a story waiting to be told. The wide AM, the doubled die, the off-center strike, these variations are more than mechanical quirks. They are treasures, waiting for someone to recognize them. Collectors know that one glance under a magnifying glass, one careful observation, can uncover a fortune. Consider a hypothetical collector, patiently sorting through rolls of pennies, their eyes trained to spot the slightest irregularity. Hours pass unnoticed, the rhythmic sound of coins flipping across a table filling the room. Then, a subtle difference catches the eye. The spacing between the A and M on the reverse is slightly wider than usual. A gasp, a closer inspection, and the realization this could be a wide AM. The adrenaline rush is immediate, a tangible sense of possibility and achievement. This is the human side of numismatics, the intersection of patience, skill, and luck. Stories of discovery abound. One collector might stumble upon a perfect, uncirculated 2,000 penny while rummaging through a jar of coins inherited from a relative. Another might acquire a roll from a bank, unaware that it contains a hidden anomaly, only to realize weeks later under magnification that they hold something extraordinary. Each story is unique, yet all share a common thread. The moment of recognition transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. It is a reminder that value is not always apparent, that history can hide in plain sight, and that human curiosity can unlock hidden worlds. The thrill of engagement extends beyond the moment of discovery. Once a rare penny is identified, collectors immerse themselves in research. They consult reference guides, examine photographic records, and compare their coin to verified examples. The pursuit is meticulous, every detail matters. Slight variations in die strike or toning can make the difference between a valuable find and a common coin. This meticulous attention fosters a deeper connection, not only to the coin but to the broader history it represents. Each anomaly becomes a story, a chapter in the coin's journey from mint to discovery. The 2,000 penny also inspires imagination and storytelling. Consider a coin that exhibits both wide AM spacing and a faint doubled die. The collector holding it envisions its journey, struck at the mint in Philadelphia, handled by countless people, exchanged for purchases, stored in jars or drawers, until finally recognized as rare. The coin becomes more than metal, it becomes a narrative, a bridge across time. Each scratch, toning variation, and subtle anomaly contributes to this story, imbuing the coin with personality and meaning. Engagement is heightened when considering potential value. While most pennies are worth 1 cent, rare 2,000 pennies can reach extraordinary valuations. The legend of the $76 million penny is a testament to this fascination, illustrating the extremes of numismatic interest. Collectors are captivated not only by actual value but by the possibility of what could be. The allure of discovery, the chance that one coin among millions could be a masterpiece, drives obsession, meticulous observation, and relentless pursuit. Auction stories further enhance engagement. Rare 2,000 pennies have appeared in prestigious auction houses, sometimes selling for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Each auction represents a narrative of anticipation, competition, and ultimate recognition. Collectors bid not just on metal, but on history, rarity, and the thrill of owning something extraordinary. The auction room becomes a theater of human passion, a place where coins transcend their material form and become symbols of achievement, status, and discovery. The emotional side of engagement is powerful. Holding a rare coin, collectors often describe a sense of connection to the past, to the people who handled the coin, to the designers and minters who crafted it, and to the moment it was first struck. The 2,000 penny, in particular, embodies continuity and change. Its design captures Lincoln's enduring legacy, while its anomalies reflect the unpredictability of human and mechanical processes. Collectors feel a profound sense of stewardship, preserving these coins for future generations, aware of the responsibility and privilege inherent in owning a piece of history. Education is also part of engagement. The 2,000 penny teaches collectors about history, design, metallurgy, minting processes, and market dynamics. Every detail, the spacing of letters, the depth of the strike, the subtleties of toning, becomes a lesson. Collectors develop a deep appreciation for precision, patience, and observation. They learn to recognize the extraordinary within the ordinary and to value both historical significance and potential rarity. This educational aspect transforms collecting from a hobby into a lifelong pursuit of knowledge and connection. Engagement is heightened further by community. Numismatists share discoveries, exchange information, and participate in forums, exhibitions, and conventions. A single coin can spark dialogue, debate, and collaboration. Stories of rare finds, detailed photographs, and analytical discussions create a shared culture of fascination and study. The 2000 penny, with its anomalies and potential for extreme value, serves as a catalyst for this communal engagement, connecting collectors across regions, generations, and cultures. The pursuit of discovery also highlights the role of chance and patience. Finding a rare 2000 penny often requires thousands of hours of careful sorting, examining, and learning. The probability is low, yet the potential reward, emotional, intellectual, and financial, is immense. This dynamic creates tension and excitement. Collectors are driven by the thrill of possibility, the knowledge that patience and skill can yield extraordinary outcomes. It is this interplay of chance and perseverance that makes the pursuit of rare pennies so compelling. Stories of extreme discoveries add to the allure. One coin might be found in a drawer in an old family home, its existence unknown to generations. Another might emerge from a bag of coins purchased at a local flea market, overlooked by casual observers but instantly recognized by a trained eye. Each discovery reinforces the narrative that extraordinary value can hide in the most mundane objects, waiting for someone to recognize it. The 2000 penny also encourages reflection on human desire and perception. The coin demonstrates that rarity and value are often subjective, shaped by cultural, historical, and emotional factors. An anomaly that seems insignificant to one observer can be priceless to another. This duality, between commonality and rarity, perception and reality, is central to numismatics. It makes the 2000 penny not only a collectible but also a study in human fascination, decision-making, and storytelling. Collectors often describe a sense of wonder when holding a rare 2000 penny. The coin becomes a tangible link to history, a symbol of meticulous craft, and a testament to chance. It embodies the possibility of discovery, the thrill of recognition, and the satisfaction of patience. Each anomaly, each subtle variation, contributes to a narrative that spans time, connecting the mint, past owners, and present collectors. The coin is not merely currency, it is a story, a work of art, and a vessel of imagination. Even beyond monetary value, the 2000 penny captivates because it invites participation. The act of sorting, examining, researching, and documenting is engaging in itself. Collectors are drawn into a world of detail, history, and possibility. The coin becomes a focus for observation, reflection, and curiosity. It teaches lessons about patience, perception, and the rewards of careful attention. Each discovery reinforces the joy of engagement, the thrill of the chase, and the satisfaction of uncovering something extraordinary in the ordinary. The engagement surrounding the 2000 penny is a testament to the enduring power of numismatics. It is a world where ordinary objects hold hidden stories, where minute anomalies transform value, and where patience and knowledge can lead to remarkable discoveries. The coin connects generations, preserves history, and fuels imagination. Each wide AM, each doubled die, each off-center strike adds to the narrative, making the 2000 penny a symbol of human curiosity, skill, and the endless pursuit of the extraordinary. As we reach the culmination of this journey, the 2000 Lincoln cent emerges not merely as a coin but as a symbol of human curiosity, history, and the unpredictable thrill of discovery. Every detail, from Lincoln's dignified portrait to the delicate inscriptions on the reverse, represents a convergence of art, engineering, and human intention. Its modest size conceals extraordinary complexity, and its journey from mint to market tells stories of possibility, patience, and perseverance. The coin is, in every sense, a bridge, linking past to present, chance to discovery, ordinary to extraordinary. The legacy of the 2000 penny is multifaceted. On one level, it is a physical object, 2.5 grams of copper-plated zinc struck under immense pressure, with every line and ridge carefully crafted. On another, it is a historical artifact, a relic of a pivotal era, bridging the 20th and 21st centuries, a time when the world was changing rapidly while some symbols remained steadfast. On yet another level, it is a canvas for imagination. Each anomaly, from a wide AM variety to a doubled die, is a story frozen in metal, inviting collectors to discover, study, and cherish it. collectors understand that value is not intrinsic but emergent. A 2,000 penny in circulation may seem ordinary, yet under the right conditions, a perfect strike, an unblemished surface, a rare anomaly, it transcends its nominal worth. The legend of the $76 million penny may seem fantastical, yet it illustrates the power of perception, rarity, and human fascination. This potential transforms a small, humble coin into a canvas for dreams, speculation, and ambition. The tactile experience of holding a rare 2,000 penny cannot be overstated. The smoothness of its fields, the depth of Lincoln's features, and the subtle ridges along the edge create a sensory connection to history. Every imperfection tells a story: faint scratches from circulation, natural toning from age, or the almost imperceptible doubling of a letter. To the untrained eye, these may seem insignificant, but to a collector, they are treasures, evidence of the coin's journey and proof of the rare confluence of chance and circumstance. Numismatics is as much about human engagement as it is about coins themselves. The 2,000 penny exemplifies the thrill of discovery, the joy of meticulous observation, and the satisfaction of knowledge applied. Collectors sort, examine, research, and authenticate coins, engaging with history and craftsmanship in a deeply personal way. Each discovery, whether a minor anomaly or a legendary variety, reinforces the connection between human curiosity and the tangible objects that embody it. The cultural resonance of Lincoln adds another layer of significance. His image on the penny is a reminder of leadership, integrity, and resilience. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse symbolizes unity and national identity. These designs, unchanged for decades, create continuity amidst the passage of time. The 2,000 penny, in particular, stands at the intersection of historical legacy and modern minting precision, embodying both enduring values and the technological capabilities of the era. Errors and anomalies elevate the coin's narrative to legendary proportions. The wide AM, doubled dies, off-center strikes, and other irregularities are not just mistakes. They are manifestations of the delicate balance between human design and mechanical execution. They are statistical rarities, moments when precision faltered and unpredictability created something extraordinary. Collectors cherish these imperfections because they transform ordinary coins into symbols of luck, skill, and historical serendipity. The emotional dimension of collecting rare 2,000 pennies is profound. Each coin connects its holder to a vast, often unseen network of history: the minters who struck it, the hands that carried it, the collectors who studied it. The experience is immersive, examining details under magnification, comparing with reference guides, and understanding the broader context. It is both intellectual and tactile, a form of engagement that blends scholarship, artistry, and passion. Auction histories and market valuations amplify the coin's mystique. A rare 2,000 penny, certified and graded, may appear in a prestigious auction, attracting collectors and enthusiasts from around the world. The bidding process becomes a theater of anticipation, skill, and competition. The coin is no longer just metal, it is a vessel of history, value, and human aspiration. Every hammer strike, every gasp of recognition, reinforces its significance and the excitement that surrounds it. The legend of the $76 million penny encapsulates the power of possibility. Even if such a coin exists only in theory, it symbolizes the extremes of rarity and potential value. It is a reminder that ordinary objects, under the right conditions, can become extraordinary. This narrative fuels the passion of collectors, inspiring meticulous observation, patience, and relentless pursuit. It transforms numismatics into a story of imagination, chance, and human ingenuity. In reflecting on the 2,000 penny, one must also consider its educational value. Collectors learn not only about minting processes, metallurgy, and grading but also about history, economics, and the psychology of value. The coin is a small teacher, demonstrating that detail, patience, and knowledge can reveal hidden significance. It is a reminder that the extraordinary often lies hidden in plain sight, waiting for curiosity and diligence to uncover it. The legacy of the 2,000 Lincoln cent is enduring. It exemplifies the intersection of precision and imperfection, history and artistry, possibility and discovery. It reminds us that even the smallest objects can carry immense significance, that rarity is both a physical and perceptual phenomenon, and that human curiosity is a powerful force capable of transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Ultimately, the 2000 penny is more than currency. It is a vessel of history, a testament to craftsmanship, and a symbol of possibility. Every coin carries within it the potential for discovery, the thrill of recognition, and the satisfaction of connecting with something larger than oneself. It is a reminder that in the world of numismatics, as in life, patience, attention, and imagination can transform the mundane into the miraculous. As you hold a 2000 Lincoln cent in your hand, consider the journey it has taken. From the mint, through countless exchanges, across decades of history, perhaps sitting forgotten in a jar or drawer, to the moment it is recognized as rare or exceptional, the coin embodies stories, possibility, and human endeavor. It is a microcosm of time, artistry, and luck, a tiny object with the power to captivate, inspire, and connect across generations. In the end, the 2000 Lincoln cent is a symbol of history, of craftsmanship, of human fascination with the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. Its story is ongoing, as countless coins await discovery, study, and appreciation. The legend of the $76 million penny serves as both aspiration and metaphor, that greatness can be found in the smallest places, that patience and skill are rewarded, and that even a humble penny can hold immeasurable value in the right hands. And so, the journey concludes, but the story continues. The 2000 Lincoln cent endures as a testament to the enduring allure of rarity, the beauty of human craft, and the endless thrill of discovery. Every coin tells a story, and every collector participates in that story, preserving history, celebrating artistry, and embracing the possibility that even the smallest object can become extraordinary.